12 years old, and my soccer career started when I was about 4 or 5, and my dad was my coach for the first 5 years. And so then I started competitive soccer, and I loved it. We're really close as a family. They always come to all my sporting events, and they're always there to cheer me on.
She's always been very driven to be the best, to compete at a very high level no matter what she's done.
I've had plenty of injuries to keep my parents on their feet. The game, when I got my concussion, was really intense. We were playing one of the top teams in the state. It was tied 0-0, and I was running at a girl because she was about to kick the ball. She kicked it.
And it hit Gabbie in the face, and what I saw was her feet above her head as she fell backwards. I jumped up immediately, and I thought that she'd broke her nose. I wasn't surprised to see her go back on the field because I'd seen her go down many times and get up and go back out and play.
Everybody was saying that she saved the game. She was the big star.
There was a mark on the side of her face that looked like the Nike swoosh. That's how hard she got hit.
The typical symptoms I think of when I'm thinking of concussions was she knocked out? No. Did she vomit? No. Did she have loss of memory, or did she feel confused or disoriented? No.
I didn't know about concussions, and I just went and played and did everything that I normally do.
8 days later, still these headaches, so called our pediatrician and brought her in, and she said she got a concussion. She shared with us Jake Snakenberg's story. Jake Snakenberg was a high school football player, took a blow, never said anything. Exactly a week later on a Saturday, took another blow clearly to the head and collapsed on the field. He died, and they discovered it was from second impact syndrome.
A concussion is a mild traumatic brain injury. Second impact syndrome is something that occurs after one has already suffered a concussion, is still having symptoms from that concussion, and then goes back to play maybe too soon or is doing another activity where they get hit again. So there can be some rapid swelling around the brain, and that's what causes the severe neurological problems or death in the young athletes.
That really kind of shook my world. I had never heard of second impact syndrome. I really didn't even know a lot about concussions. Gabbie then took a fall walking up some stairs and broke her hand, which sent us back into children's. And while I was there, I mentioned to them she's still having concussion symptoms. This was about 5 weeks later.
Dr. Provence wanted me to have an MRI to make sure that there was no bleeding. Then we went in for cognitive testing, and everything was normal. And about 3 weeks afterwards, all my symptoms subsided.
Children's Hospital has been phenomenal for us because they've really provided us a tremendous amount of education, and never for 1 second thought we would be at Children's Hospital and dealing with such a severe situation.
I'm empowered because now I know how to keep my child safe, and I know how to advocate for others.
The Jake Snakenberg Youth Concussion Act has 3 major objectives. Every coach needs to have concussion education at least once a year. Any child that has any type of concussion-type symptoms has to be removed from sport immediately, be seen by a healthcare provider, and cleared before they return to sport.
Concussions are very dismissed in our society still, and so I think that we can clearly encourage and nurture our kids to be these great, phenomenal athletes and humans, but to keep them safe while they're doing it.
In our concussion clinic alone in the last 3 years, we've seen a 32% increase every year of concussions. Children's Hospital Colorado is doing a great job of getting out there in the communities and educating parents and coaches and the athletes.
I could have been one of those kids that died from second impact syndrome. I was so lucky to have this hospital.